Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, February 13th, 2016, around 5:27 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a very, very cold day, sunshine, but it's going to be ineffective. Windshield warning for Massachusetts, all of New England. So you have to wear mittens, gloves, jackets, hats, hoodies. If you get your skin exposed, you could get frostbite. Some news to report: the USA beat the world at the NBA's All-Star Game Rising Star Challenge by the score of 157-154. BU beat UMass Lowell Riverhawks hockey team by the score of 2-1 in overtime. The NHL salary cap could be going down as much as $4 million next season. And the finalists for the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame have been announced. They include Shaquille O'Neal, Yao Ming, and Allen Iverson. Look for all three to get elected pretty easily in April. And that's about it on news. My first video blog subject of the day is a continuation of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time, the top 100. Now I'm at the top 20, and today's from 20 to 11. And here they are. Number 20 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time: Sting facing off against Hollywood Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Title at Starrcade 1997. This was probably the peak of WCW, and the build-up for this match was so awesome. Sting didn't even wrestle for an entire year with feuding with Hogan. They had so many great promos, many of them to end Monday Nitro. And this match delivered pretty good. Hogan won, supposedly, when he beat Sting for the 1-2-3, but the referees, Nick Patrick, had a fast count, but the Hitman Hawk came down, knocked out Nick Patrick, and Sting put Hogan in the Scorpion Death Lock to get the WCW World Title. Number 19 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time: Nature Boy Ric Flair facing off against Terry Funk at the Clash of Champions. Number 9, New York City Knockout. It was an I Quit match. This was probably one of the best matches on a Clash of Champions ever. And Ric Flair put Terry Funk in the figure 4 leg lock. Terry Funk tapped out, and he shook Ric Flair's hand, saying he respected him. Number 18 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time: Hulk Hogan facing off against the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6, title for WWE title for WWE Intercontinental title. This was probably one of the greatest matches Hogan and the Warrior ever wrestled. One of the only 2 times they wrestled, and it was probably awesome. All 67,000 fans at Toronto Skydome were glued to this match. Hogan gave the leg drop to the Warrior. The Warrior kicked out, and the Warrior splashed Hogan for the 1-2-3. Hogan passed the torch to the Ultimate Warrior in this match for the WWE title, and people thought Warrior Mania was going to take off in the 90s for the WWE. It didn't turn out that way. Number 17 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time: Jimmy Superfly Snuka facing off against the magnificent Muraco, Don Muraco, at Madison Square Garden on October 17th, 1983 for the Intercontinental title. This was to culminate a long-running feud between Muraco and Snuka. It was fever-pitched. Snuka almost won the Intercontinental title a couple of times, but the Magnificent one snuck in and retained the Intercontinental title. But Superfly attacked Muraco after the match and went 15 feet high in a steel cage and splashed Muraco. That's memorable. Mick Foley was there, Tommy Dreamer, and Bubba Ray Dudley in the crowd to see that match. Number 16 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time: Ian Rotten facing off against Axel Rotten in a Chinese Taipei glass match at at ECW Arena in July 1995. These were two fictionist brothers, which they had a long-running feud in 1995, which was voted PWI Feud of the Year. And this match actually originally lasted a few seconds because Bill Alfonso, the heel referee, Axel was a trickle of blood, and he had to stop the match. But they booed Bill Alfonso, and then they had Commissioner Todd Gordon say, "Start the match over." And this was a bloody match. Axel won. It was awesome. Number 15 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. The Triple H facing off against the Undertaker at Hell in a Cell in WrestleMania 28. This was probably one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time. Undertaker became 20-0 at WrestleManias. Hard-fought match. Triple H played the sublet heel in this match. And in the end, it was the Undertaker winning. And Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee. Number 14 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Hulk Hogan faced off against Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 for the WWE Championship. It was a passing of the torch from Andre the Giant to Hulk Hogan as the legend of professional wrestling. Andre had to turn heel, had to take Bobby the Brain Heenan as manager, as legend have it, due to Andre the Giant's debilitating condition. He had to wear back brace underneath his singlet tights, and he could not feel anything in his legs. Andre almost won the title when Hogan tried to slam him, but Hogan collapsed, and referee Joey Romero did 1, 2, almost 3, but that almost happened, and Hogan slammed Andre the Giant, and this was Andre the Giant's first pinfall loss ever. That's what the WWE said, but Andre the Giant lost in other territories. But what the WWE says was his first pinfall loss. That's what they say. And also they said this was the first time Hogan and Andre the Giant ever wrestled. But that was BS, because they had a feud in WWF in the early 1980s. So WWE tries to erase history even back then. Number 13 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. The Nasty Boys, Knobs and Sags, facing off against Cactus Jack and Max Payne in a street fight Texas Tornado match at Spring Stampede 1994. This was not for the WCW World Title. Nasty Boys and Cactus Jack and Max Payne had a little feud going in early 1994, and this Spring Stampede match with the Texas Tornado style rules was awesome. It probably was the best tag team match of all time, in my humble opinion. It's just a lot of back and forth action. Cactus Jack and Max Payne won. This should have been for the WCW World Tag Team titles, in my humble opinion. Number 12 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Bret the Hitman Hart facing off against Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, and in a submission match with the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, as special guest referee. And this match is known for the double turn. In this match, Bret the Hitman Hart turns from face to heel, and Austin turns from heel to face. And this match changed the course of WWE history. Bret the Hitman Hart put Stone Cold Steve Austin in the sharpshooter, but Austin did not give up. He was bleeding profusely, and Ken Shamrock had to stop this match because of excessive bleeding by Stone Cold. And number 11 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling matches of all time. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat facing off against Nature Boy Ric Flair for the NWA World Title at Chi-Town Rumble 1989, which happened in February 20th, 1989. This was a series of classic matches Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat had in 1989, and it delivered as awesome. Steamboat wins the NWA World Title as a second referee, pins with Flair's shoulders 1, 2, 3. And that's about it on that. Tomorrow's going to be from number 10 to number 1, and it's going to be amazing what's number 1. Be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs. One will be about Altitude Sports and Entertainment, the regional sports network in Denver, Colorado, which its main programming is Nuggets and Avalanches games. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about actress Sienna and reality star Brooke Hogan. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a truly better guy. Rolling Rolls of Blood of WCCO Rock has nice legs. Her length of height is so stunning. She's also got nice legs as well. Amy Wesley's the best, and she has got nice legs as well. Daniel Gersh of WHD's Channel 7 rocks, and she also got nice legs. And in the words of the Patel last week, no boss, don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google Plus, questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, plugs, and future video blog suggestions. Private message me. Bye.